Here at FirstBuild, co-creation is part of our mission. That's where we share things really early and bake your feedback all the way through the development process. You might remember Joel, who designed this really cool pellet strainer for the indoor smoker, and all of the feedback and comments we've been getting on the sourdough sidekick. Just this week, we have heard about 2 other awesome co-creation stories, and we want to share those with you today.
One of our guiding principles at FirstBuild is co-creation and open innovation. We put that into practice last year with Mella when we open sourced it. What does that mean? We put the CAD and design files out for free for you to use, and we also put the firmware, the software out on GitHub for you to modify and kind of add features as you see fit. So we had a community member that did just that. Let's check it out.
I'm Mella, and I'm an electrical engineer in Boston, Massachusetts. When I was in college, I had a professor who was very passionate about growing edible mushrooms, and he created a space to share that with like the wider community. And I learned how to grow oyster mushrooms. And after college, I moved into an apartment with limited space, and I was interested in growing edible mushrooms again. And Mella seemed like a good option as far as it looking nice and not taking up too much space. So I ran into an issue where it's winter in Boston, and my apartment is quite dry. And my lion's mane mushrooms were growing quite slowly after like a certain point because they had dried out. So I started by like just misting the space, but I noticed that when I mist the space, sometimes it would shut off the humidifier for like hours afterwards because a little bit of water would get up into the humidity sensor. And so I downloaded the pre-existing firmware, or I forked it onto my own GitHub repo. And then I changed the parameters that I cared about. I got rid of the PID controller loop for if the humidity was set to the highest amount to just run the humidifier unless it gets over a certain amount. And then I rebuilt the firmware and just pushed it onto my Mella. So I'm hoping to actually integrate the extra humidifier that I got into the loop as well. But I haven't gotten around to that yet, but it definitely has stopped turning off, which was the main issue I was dealing with. So I'm glad that that's worked.
Do you know if anybody has like forked your changes?
I don't think anyone's forked my changes. I don't even know if anyone has downloaded them.
Well, I guess we'll find out maybe after this video. We'll see. You know,
Yeah.
It's really so cool to see people take the information that we put out there and use it to meet their own needs. Like that's the exact reason we did it, right? So people can continue to develop and modify and support their product.
It's been a while since we've updated you guys on our Home Assistant adapter. If you remember, it will connect GE appliances to Home Assistant to allow users to add new features and functions that aren't already there. So we've been busy in the past couple of months and started our beta tester and sent units out. Get some feedback rolling in about how people have hacked their appliances. Let's check it out.
I just wanted my oven to play music, so.
That is amazing. You are totally our kind of person.
World's first DJ oven. My wife, her eyes roll so hard when I say that. So that's the oven, right? Then I got this just my little Bluetooth speaker. Then I have the Home Assistant just on my laptop, and I got it hooked up to my router because it's hooked up with the LAN. Python script that I have running. So right now it's just reading all the signals, and I just found it super cool that if I get all that signals, I can do whatever I want. So like if I open the oven, right? That plays a little Johnny Cash right there. So okay, my son loves that. He keeps opening it, closing it. I got the preheat playlist, so it's gonna start jamming out random punk songs. Yeah, so that's all it is, just having fun with it. So instead of the beeps and things.
What other kind of Home Assistant stuff have you done?
This is my first one. So I just got I was doing other Python that was scripts that weren't, this is just a hobby that weren't IoT. So this actually brought me into the whole Internet of Things concept, And so now I'm wondering, okay, what else can I do with any other object, So So this oven actually gave like an introduction to that. FirstBuild has inspired me. So, and there should be one. Hopefully this works. The timer. So when it hits like 10 seconds, but it'll play the other half of the song. Oh, there we go. 3, 5. So hopefully the food's not burning. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you guys made an oven fun for me. So I don't know.
Co-creation is always at the top of our mind here at FirstBuild. From being physically open to the community, yep, you can walk right in, to our partnership with makers and people just like you. So leave us a comment, we read them all, and we can't wait to keep co-creating with you.